There's a revolution taking place. 厕所革命, a toilet revolution. So, let's take a look at the history of the toilet in China leading up to today's toilet revolution. The earliest toilet in history dates back to a village in Xi'an some 5,000 years ago, when toilets were just large holes or pits in the ground, often next to a pigsty. When these holes were full, they would be covered over. Now, the danger of using these early toilets was very real, as Emperor Zeno of the Spring and Autumn period found out firsthand in 581 BC, when he went to the toilet, lost his footing, fell in and drowned. But during the pre-Qin period and throughout the Han Dynasty, the Hun, or pigsty toilet, took shape and evolved. The toilet itself was a raised platform above pigs, so you go to the toilet and all the would drop down and be naturally disposed of. Furthermore, you didn't need to waste any water. It did smell a bit though. But you couldn't have pigs everywhere, so during the Qin dynasty, people would hover their backsides over the edge of a platform above a very large jar. It took a certain amount of skill though, because if you lost your balance, you could of course fall in. Ugh. But regardless of whether it was a pigsty toilet or a large jar, men and women weren't separated. But that all changed during the Han Dynasty. Now at some point during the Han Dynasty, Emperor Gaozu, born Liu Bang, was in the middle of a meeting and was bursting for the loo. But he didn't want to waste any time or risk falling into a toilet. So instead, he asked another official to hand over his hat. And so he did. And then, well, let's just say, the hat was never worn again. But Liu Bang's method of relieving himself into a smaller item provided inspiration for the next revolutionary step in toilet development, as the pigsty toilets became smaller, thus making them safer, while the addition of partitioning walls provided privacy and windows ventilation. Meanwhile, later emperors would use jade urns in the shape of tigers held by attendants, rather than just using someone else's hat. And in the tomb of Han Emperor Liang Shaowang in Henan province, the world's earliest example of a sit-down decorated flushing toilet was installed. Now, in order to tackle the bad smells that resulted from these toilets, during the Western Jin dynasty, it's believed that members of the royal family would stuff dried juju or red dates up their nose to prevent them from breathing in any smelly smells whilst visiting the toilet. Moving forward to the Tang dynasty, as toilets became ever more enclosed, a simple tile was placed in front of the hole to prevent the dreaded splashback. Furthermore, a hole in the wall of the enclosed structure allowed you to tell other people not to come in. Sorry, it's occupied. Can you stop looking at me, please? Fast forward to today. And despite being the world's second largest economy, some toilets in China's rural areas are crap. The issue of clean toilets is a common difficulty for most developing countries. According to recent statistics, there are still 2.5 billion people in the world who don't have access to safe and clean toilets. But the government spent 8.27 billion yuan improving these toilets from 2004 to 2013. But the revolution isn't over, because the Chinese president recently pointed out that the toilet issue is not a trivial matter, stressing that the city should focus on the issue, and so too should the countryside. Recently, the China National Tourism Administration announced the Toilet Revolution plan for the next 3 years. By 2020, 85% of all toilets in China's rural areas will be clean and safe. The goal is to install a further 47,000 toilets and renovate 17,000 more! Welcome to the revolution!